champion for women's sports during her career. She served as women's athletic director from 1969 to 1976. She spent 2 years as Nevada's associate AD when the women's athletics and men's athletics were combined in the mid-70s. Left Nevada to become the first director of women's intercollegiate athletics at the University of California at Berkeley. Established 10 endowed scholarships and led the Cal Bears to 28 conference championships, 4 national championships, and has presented the Lifetime Achievement Award by the National Association of Collegiate Women Athletic Administrators. She was also the volleyball coach and women's basketball coach while she was the athletic director. Please, Dr. Luella Lilly.
Tower jackets. We gotta get you a microphone.
That's one way to keep a woman quiet.
I have a feeling you're a woman that nobody can keep quiet. Tell me about women's athletics in the mid-70s and how much it needed someone to step up the way that you did.
I think most of you are aware that Title IX came in 1972, so our movements really started prior to the 70s. And it was interesting to be a part of the development of the women's groups. AIW, which was the counterpart to NC2A, we ended up in a lawsuit between the two organizations. And I think it's just as people begin to recognize that women did have a right to be athletic and have sports, that things begin to change. And I was interested in all the things that occurred between the time that we used to have play days and all the other things that we talk about and really became athletic groups. It was very spotty throughout the United States. Different states were very advanced, and some of them took a long time, and you really had the problem to get them to accept athletics for women. I had a lot of interesting experiences, and I won't take all of them to you, but when I started giving speeches at Cal, I know I'm here at Nevada, but they couldn't really understand that I wasn't a physical education teacher because I was a female. And so I'd be talking about it, and next thing I know they'd get back into physical education and dance and so forth. I said that really what I was doing, I was here with the athletic. So there was a big time when recognition was very important to the women's developments, and there was obviously a lot of resistance to anything that we did because we were going to take away from the men. So one of the things we tried to do, in particular here at Nevada, was rather than taking away from the men, we tried to have things that were added to the men. And yet, remember how long ago this was. So the men got $2.50 as from student bodies to run their programs. So rather than taking it away from it, I made a deal with the council, and the women got an additional 50 cents. So we didn't take away from the men, we got our own side going in order to get additional monies. But the hardest part was getting people to understand that we really had a right to be athletic and that we needed to have athletic support. When I got here at Nevada, the women didn't even have uniforms. They wore their PE shorts and panties, if any even know what they are. And that was the type of things that we started. So we started from scratch. We didn't have any warm-ups. So I got Jake Lawler to give me a full set of men's basketballs. Of course, they were 6 foot plus. And our women were a little short. But the parents and friends and people who knew how to sew took over and actually modified the men's basketball uniforms so that the women could wear them. So I could go on and on about those kind of things, but I won't because you don't want to be here all night. But that really gives you an idea of how far we had to come to have anything in the athletic.
Anybody who's watched over the last week, WNBA championship, what a great finish there. How proud are you, or pleased are you, is maybe a better word, to where women's athletics has come in the last 40 years, and where do you think it needs to go? Because it's nowhere near where it needs to be yet.
A lot of people think we're fairly even now, but if you want to find out what's happened in the women's sports program in most any of the newspapers, you have to go to the 4th or 5th page. There, the WNBA championships you just talked about in my local paper, which is in the San Francisco area, we couldn't even get an agate score. So you didn't even know on the very, very back page where it happened. And they give you about an inch or two. So we do have a long way still to go. And scholarships are still unequal. I doubt there are very many schools, if you really wanted to get technical about it, that are purely in compliance with Title IX, because they're just not there. The facilities are still different. Personal story again about trying to recruit people to come to you, and you don't even use the same facility. When I was here at Cal excuse me, when I was there.
Careful.
So when I came here to use the women's gym, the gym, and it was a women's gym at that time, it was very difficult to even get it scheduled as far as competition was concerned. There was no priority. The men's schedule, the women took what was left over. So it was hard to get any kind of a scheduling system going. And that's still true in some of the institutions and has been for a very long time. So it's getting closer. But again, if you take the top 10, now we're talking about colleges, but if you talk about the top WNBA people, for the women's basketball NBA, the top salaries are $50,000. And if you think about the millions, again, that different men are just signing, 123, 25, whatever $1 million contracts. The women, and you wonder why they go overseas, the same player that can get $50,000 here in the United States can get over $1 million playing in Russia. They can also go to some of the other sports. So the problem we're having now is that the women go overseas and play, and then they come back and play in ours, and they're just beating their bodies up. So there's injury after injury because they're playing year-round, literally, from going to Europe and coming back to the United States. So we would get salaries up in the United States. It's a great honor for the women to play here, and that's why they do it, but they just don't get paid to do it at a salary where they can really take over and live comfortably. So they go overseas to make the money and then come back here to play for honor.
You're sitting at a women's power table over there with Michelle Gardner, Tina Roth, Rhonda Betts, Lou over there. We appreciate you being here tonight. Who would you like to thank?
I've been here for so long, most of the people here that what I could thank that unfortunately have already passed on. There are 2 or 3 that were very essential as far as retaining me. I don't know how many of you know that I was fired. And I was fired for making the young women too aggressive. And again, it's 1974. It wasn't back in 1874, but I was fired because I was putting too much emphasis on the women's sports. So I have a few little notes right here. That's the last question when you ask who you'd like to thank. But I thought I'd just give
you see right through me.
That was part of my job too, seeing through. That was coming. Mine's a very short little list here. But the first thing was when I first came here to Nevada, I was told I couldn't use the Wolfpack logo because it belonged to the men, and therefore I couldn't use it. So we went off and said, well, the easiest solution was to make our own logo, so we did. And so that's kind of the approach that I took, and as I already mentioned, the 50 cents, instead of trying to take away anything from the men for the $2.50, it's got to ease in, and the students were probably more receptive, so they did a lot of those things to happen. After I was fired, I tried to have a 75-cent requisition to advertise a women's gymnastics meet. And so they wouldn't sign it, so I couldn't make any publications with the women. So I took it to the dean of Arts and Science, and he says, "You're talking about $75. And I said, "No, I'm talking about 75 cents. He said, "For $75, I wouldn't be in your office, but for 75 cents, I'm here." So he signed it off, but then things kind of went downhill after that. But I wasn't going to have the women have such a bad position, so that was my contribution there. There was another situation where I was told that if I didn't keep my mouth shut, that I would be fired. the state of Nevada, I don't know what they call them now, but they were called fee waivers back then. And we had 100 in-state and 100 out-of-state. And the women were given 1 out-of-state basketball and 1 out-of-state volleyball. So I thought, well, I'll just multiply this the best I can. So I got a real good basketball player that could also play volleyball. And I got a really good volleyball player that could play basketball. So my 2 scholarships really ended up helping both teams. So that was another, so when I was told that I ever told anybody that, I would be fired. So, because no one else knew the statistics, they just said there were 200 waivers, and they put them all together, but that was one way that I was able to get around it. And as I said earlier, I was fired for making the women too aggressive. I really felt that what I was doing was making the women more confident and helping their self-esteem. So that's what I really wanted to do and did do. And I was able to do that here, and I'm trying to do the same thing at the University of California. And while that's not what you want to hear, that we did the same situation starting out. Again, we couldn't use the same logo. Kind of felt like I was repeating some of the things that were here. But I was fortunate to have a very good situation. We ran our fire department with 5 people. When you think of all the staff that you have, we had only 5. And one of those is here tonight. And I would like to thank Joe for being the Associate Athletic Director in the Women's Department at the University of California. It's my pleasure to speak with you and to give you an idea how far women really have come, but also how far they really have to go.
Dr. Malone.